All right. So I'm doing basically what the title says, a recap. I don't know if I'm gonna make this a weekly thing, like an end of the week recap, but I mean that's a possibility. Of course, I didn't get set up. I have a bad habit of never getting set up, so I guess we're just gonna talk for a second while I do that. I'm also gonna start, I think, possibly trying to put somewhat of a plan together for tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday. All right. So I don't need this to actually be playing. So let me just actually mute that. All right. So I kind of want to just do a recap of today's market. Kind of wish I did short this, especially right here. Definitely could have shorted that. Um, wasn't a huge difference, but I could have grabbed a couple hundred from there. But let's go and take a look at the stocks that I did enter in at. And we're going to, I guess, do this. So since I haven't done this before, this is gonna kind of be like a learning experience. But this is what I do every day after a trade. I just never really recorded it. But I like to come back and take a look to see where my trades were. So we can see I entered in on this candle, sold on the same candle. Took a 7.5 loss. Not a big deal. I'm not even going to sweat that. But it did look like it did pull up, got a couple pennies before it dropped. Here's the high of day. Was there like any real missed opportunities? You might have been able to say right here over the high here, you might have been able to get in, but could have gotten sold out. And then over the high here, really small. So the play on this one, even though in the long run it worked, unless you got in it fairly early on in the morning, I think you got all the money out of it that you were going to. So honestly, right here, early morning over the high right here would have been the best entry over the $2. So am I upset about this trade? I mean, well, I wish I kind of got it earlier in the day, but I did not think. I'm very certain I looked at this earlier in the morning, pre-market, and I wasn't too sure about it. I would actually have to go back and actually watch my live replay, but the play here just didn't seem very, yeah, it was, But going to Monday now, could be interesting. Let's go on to TNGX. This is the stock that I made a decent little profit on. And here are my trades. Oh, that's actually a plan. I don't need to worry about that. So here are my trades. I got in right here, so it looks like 733. Out at 728. So I got in a little bit high. About right there, and sold out right here. I probably could have stayed in, but ultimately I think I would have sold even lower and took a loss. Yeah, so almost a 30 cent. I probably would have definitely been selling below the 7. So I did save myself a 33 cent red right here. So ultimately, I think this was a smart scalp move. Not so much for a swing play because there was not much of an entry that I was looking at. I was just hoping that this was going to continue. 3 good candles here sometimes could be a huge blow up. That did not happen. So had a tight stop loss, got away from it. Right here we saw that rising thing here, kind of what I was hoping that was happening here. So I had jumped over it. I saw it over on this chart over here in a corner of my eye. So I jumped over to it. And you guys can see, kind of how that trade happened. the first time I went in, I believe I lost a little bit or gained a little bit. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I ended at 340. Sold a little early at 315 or 851. The numbers are a little small. So 851 ended at 924. So definitely had some more room to go, but with this drop here, I think I got out pretty good. I did not want to jump back in. And then we had these rapid changing candles right here. And this is pretty indicative to either a really good breakout or in a falling scenario, and that's what we had here. We had it move to the downside, and that didn't stop until it got all the way down here. So ultimately, I think I played that one fairly well. Definitely could have stayed in just ever so slightly longer, but I really wanted to lock in all those profits that I had. So, you know, very happy with the way I played that. And then now we're going to go to the big loss for today. This one. This one actually had some good hopes for. You know, it had this really big peak here, and then it had a pullback. A little bit of a double bottom here, and then this looked like a rising candles, right? So I was thinking we were going to get a really good breakout going up to the 16. I wasn't sure if we were going to break 16. Might even been stopping near the 15.5. That's where I was kind of hoping it was going to go. It didn't. So let's actually zoom in more on this actual trade here. I did 2 rounds on it. And 18, yeah, so I took a 40-cent loss there. Did 200 each round. So, you know, that kind of burns, but glad I did get out of it. We could see what the price action was throughout the rest of the day. It was not very good. But going into Monday, we might see a little bit of a pop on it. So, you know, that's an option. This was another one I was looking at. Did not take a trade on this one. Looked like it had a little bit of a peak right here. So, you know, you had to climb up and out. But look at that flush. We're going to take a look to see what the market did around the 11. I'm pretty sure that's probably started to go down. Yeah. So if we transition over here, you'll see right at 11, things started to go down on all 3 of these indicators here. So definite huge market shift move. Right here, huge flush. That was real ugly. So glad I did not take a trade on here. And then throughout the rest of the day, it really did not do all that well. A little bit of a scalp here, but after this big flush, this big 2 red candle right here, I don't know if I would have took this trade here. If I did, I would have had a really super tight stop loss. But, you know, you do have a swing low, swing high, swing low, and then the breakout. So if you caught it early enough, I mean, you could have chased that up and then, you know, been moving your... I just bit my tongue. Move your stop loss all along the way. But ultimately, glad I didn't trade it. There was no flush right here. Don't know how quick those flushes happened. But glad I was not a part of it. USM was a stock that I was really thinking about buying around the time that I quit. And I think that was like, what, 11 or so? So a bit of a pullback, so I would have gotten sold out. Because if I did go in, I probably would have put a stop loss right around in this area. But it looks like ultimately it did move up pretty well and closed fairly well. So, you know, if you got in down low, you could have had a $1.50 climb. Definitely maybe watching this one again going into Monday. It did make a new high. So yeah, Monday we definitely could see a continuation on this stock. Could even see a continuation going into pre-market Monday morning. So yeah, this is kind of interesting. Let me pull over this chart, or this group. This is the group you can't see all that well. We're not going to worry about these. We'll look at those on the big screen. We did quickly talk about AMD. AMD did have a really good, short possibility, both, early in the morning. If you came down maybe like somewhere around here, or, you started to sell after this peak here, the move, I think, was pretty affirmed, or could have been pretty much affirmed at that point, but we didn't take a trade on that. Nove is sitting below 21. Probably not going to do a trade on this until a minute, until the move is kind of a little bit more defined. It seems like it's getting a little stagnant, and that can cause a breakout or a flush. So I'm going to keep an eye on that one. MGM did have a slight pull up today. We'll take a look at that one on the big screen. Ford looks like it did a little bit of a pull as well, but not too much. It's sitting at 12.13. So let me move that off to the side. And then let's pull up Ford. So it's trading kind of flat. Got a low of 12. Definitely going to want to watch this one going into Monday. We might be getting near a floor or a level point. It could still go down, so I probably wouldn't be too interested in trying to do an option until I see the move starting to go back up. But yeah, we're probably going to end up grabbing an option on this in the maybe next week. So that could be a lot of fun. We did look at AMD. We don't need to look at Nove. CVNA, I think, is way overweight. It did pull through a couple dollars throughout the day. But with this price action here, I don't think it's going to hold up. I think ultimately Carvana is going to go down. Don't know if I did any trades on Carvana. Wait, yeah, I did. I did do some trades on this one this week, I believe. Pretty sure. As you can see, I'm still fairly green. I am green on the month. I forgot to actually say that at the beginning of the stream, 5,800. So this was a fantastic week for me. Really, really happy with the way the week went. And then we'll look at Queen and Spy, because that will go into some of our options. We can actually just pull these up on the day chart, because I don't trade these on the minute. I'm paying attention to these more on the 30-minute hour during the trade day. And then at the end of the day, I'm really more concerned where it's sitting relative to previous candles. So it looks like this level right here might be a support area. So going to be watching this going into Monday, Tuesday to kind of see what's going on here. This will really help signify when we take the option on Ford, and possibly even AMD. Not real positive I want to do an option on AMD yet, but I am keeping an eye out for it. And then we'll take a quick look at SPY. So we can see same general. It looks like it's sitting right at support. Over here was resistance. Right here, it's acting as support. We could see that this could actually hold firm. And so again, same thing, kind of like with the queens, we're going to be looking to see what this does, and this will help signify just some of the things that we may do with Ford or any other stock that we might do an option on. The big win for this month was kind of want to see where it's at right now. I don't have it up on here anymore. Do I have it down here? Yeah, I have it right here. So this was the big win of the week. As you guys probably still remember. Really good win. Did multiple trades on it. But we can see it's been nothing but red candle. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see this continue to go down into next week. I do not think I'm going to be doing any more trades on this at all. I think it's going to be way too risky. If I do a trade on it, it's going to be very, very small. Riot, I don't think I'm going to be doing anything with, so I might be clearing that. Toop, we'll go ahead and clear it. No longer interested in WW. Actually did fairly well today. Hold up from yesterday's like flat trade. Did overall not bad. So we might keep an eye on WW going into Monday. We've already talked about that one. This one we're going to keep an eye on for possibly a move over the 645. AAOI, this one has been kind of hurting today. It's kind of coming down here to the flat, so we might see something on this one. Who knows? Anyway, that's kind of like everything I got. Everything I got. My God. This is everything that I think I needed to kind of talk about here. Don't want this to be a really long video. I don't know if I'm going to start making this a habit of, at the end of the week, reporting my profits, my losses, or something like that. I don't know. But I think it could be a interesting little quick conversation to do like a weekly recap. But I do this recap on every single trade day. At the end of my day, this is just what I do. So kind of want to show it a little bit, kind of show that I do pop around. I do look at the scanner throughout, and I actually forgot to do that because I was sitting here trying to talk and explain. So let me actually look at the few things here that did go off later in the day. So this one, yeah, not interested in it. MIMO. The price action is not really what I'm looking for, so we can go past that one. Now let me zoom ahead a little bit further into the day. NOTV. No, I don't know even. I guess there's a little bit of a surge up somewhere that I was interested in. Easy GO. I don't know if I've seen that one. Like it. The GNS hit actually the scanner. It did pull up fairly okay. We'll keep an eye on GNS. We'll throw it right here. Beneficial is actually interested in GNS. So hopefully he made some money on it. Skipping along some more. Is there anything else that kind of showed up here that I want to take a look at? NN, that shows up here a few times now. No, not interested. INOD, DBGR. So skipping along in here allows me to just kind of see, and I'm not checking everything. Just kind of like perusing. And during the day, we'll sit down and kind of do this as the day's going. But I was out of the office today, so I did not have a chance to do that. No. And then this is all pre and post. So Ethan actually looks like it did a little bit of a pull towards the very end of the day. Don't think I'm going to be interested in it. It held short of pre-market highs. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything. This is just a quick run through. So we have one stock that we might want to take a look at going into Monday that we haven't already talked about. And everything else is pretty much ready for me on Monday. It doesn't take all that long. Talking actually took longer. I can go through this fairly quick at the end of every day. Stock trading is 99% sitting around doing nothing. We're looking up stuff, reading on stuff. That's 99% of stock trading. So sorry if the last few days have been kind of boring, but that's just the way it is sometimes. And with that, good night. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. And that warehouse I went to, it was not the type of stuff I was looking for. So that deal ended up not being what I was hoping. So yeah, there's that little bit of information, and I am done. I'm gonna enjoy the weekend. I hope you enjoy the weekend. See you guys Monday morning at 7:30. And that is the Friday recap.